Hey gamers, it's Minimute here from Grind This Game, back with oxygen not included, and I've been kind of building up the base, adding more rooms, but we got some immunity issues going on here. Hassan is down to 36% immunity, and that's because I sent them in here without exosuits. There's a lot of Slimelung in here. Probably let them in there too long. People were asking me in comments like, why don't I get Slimelung? Because I don't use exosuits a lot, and I do get it once in a while. I try to limit the amount of digging they do in the slime, and I try to cool the slime biomes down first, like I'm doing over here, because that slowly kills the germs. I also try to sneak in and put in a few filters, because germs die when they're in clean oxygen. If you kind of click on a tile of oxygen and then go into germs, oh, there's none there, but if I go here, you can see how many germs there are, and this full info is really kind of useful. It tells you what kills the germs and how fast they're kind of dying or growing. So they grow on polluted oxygen and they die in clean oxygen. So I've been just trying to suck up all these polluted water areas and dump them in my polluted water storage, which I've expanded, as you can probably see. Before it was just this tiny little column, but now it's a bit wider. And I dismantled all the ladders that were in here and just kind of sealed this. I'm not sure if I'll use this area in the future. I might. But it took them a while to deconstruct all the ladders, but I just wanted to clean this area right out. Expanded this hallway up a bit. It was just 2 tiles high before. And I remodeled the bedrooms a bit. Before I had some doors, kind of, as you can see if I do the room overlay. Before I had doors all the way down here, kind of this column. Oh, I realized my mouse pointer, when I render the videos, for instance, my mouse pointer doesn't show up where where it actually is. It shows up to the top left of it. When I'm recording, I can see the mouse in the proper area, but for some reason when it records, it's not in the right place. But anyway, if you look where the overlay is, the text overlay, you can see where I'm trying to point. Anyway, so I had doors along here, and I realized I could make all this one bedroom because it can be 64 tiles in area. So these are 32 wide and 2 high, so they're the max size of the bedrooms. That saves me having kind of doors in the middle. I'll probably keep 2 levels of these comfy beds for the loud sleepers, and then the rest will just all be cots. So Hassan, his immunity is dropping rapidly. If we look at his germs, he had 1 million Slimelung in him, and now it's coming down, but he's gonna get sick for sure. 6%, 5%. Oh, we got suffocation. No, not real suffocation. Fake suffocation. So once you get Slimelung, we can assign... Oh, he's got it now. That was quick. We'll assign him to... Hassan the Sick. Assign him to the pharma chamber, which will cure him over about 2 or 3 cycles, I think. Where is he? There he is. Okay, he's in the pharma chamber, or will be. Slow it down a bit. Okay, there he goes. So you can see, oh, I put him outside by mistake. If you click on him, you can see he's got Slimelung, and he'll die in 10 cycles unless he gets aid from someone. So there goes someone to help him out. So once he gets aid, there, now he'll duration remaining 2.7 cycles. So every time someone does aid on him, that duration remaining will go down, and eventually he'll get cured. And when he's cured, he'll come out with 0 immunity, or really low immunity, but he'll be kind of resistant to disease for a little bit. Now, hopefully I don't get, Turner doesn't get sick as well. He's at 63%. I probably should use exosuits, but they kind of drive me nuts sometimes. Don't really like them. I use them down here in the oil biome. Right down here. So that so the dupes don't get fried when they go in here. So I continue to take on more and more dupes. And oxygen is okay. Temperature's okay. These heaters kind of regulated and got this up to about 30 degrees, which is nice for them. Getting a little bit warmer here. I did turn this back on. This anti-entropy thermo nullifier. Just to cool down all our machinery here. Now the suffocating I keep getting, they're not really suffocating. They got oxygen. Just because it gets laggier. They think they're suffocating, and it gives a little bit of a warning. Food is still going up, I think, so we're okay for food with these three grow rooms here. 1, 2, 3. I could fuse these 2 grow rooms and provide access maybe down this way, or they could continue to go into the tubes, and I could put an airlock up top. They wouldn't easily. They could get around. They could get down to these algae distillers, taking a ladder over here. But don't need that yet. If food starts going down and we get down to 500,000 food, I'll expand the grow rooms. I had to expand this little clean water room because it was kind of overflowing. And this has come down quite a bit, this polluted water area. What I probably should do is send this hot polluted water from the bathrooms over to our other polluted water area. Because it's the cold area, and this water is coming out at 90 degrees. So I might actually do that. That would make a lot more sense. The piping doesn't have to go very far. So let's do that actually. Let's plumbing. Need to use Abyss Light because this is very hot water. And we won't connect it yet, but we'll send it this way. Now are they going to be able to build up there? Probably not. We might need to build a ladder to let them in. Back into that chamber. Let's go along here. And put a dumping vent right here. Put in a liquid bridge out of Abyssalite. Sometimes I forget to do that and you get a hot spot. Now is this reachable? Unreachable build. Okay, we're gonna have to put a ladder back in. Put it right here, I guess. How cold is this in here? -7. Let's do it on this side. Probably should have left one ladder in. Let's use granite. And we can seal that back up once they're all done. What we got in here? Frozen liquid carbon dioxide. Oh, it's -39 right here. -43. Ooh, that's cold. They probably won't like going in there. Oh, what do we got here? Liquid CO2. Let's just disable that for now. It's too cold. Oh, new dupes. We're almost at 70, which is kind of crazy. I don't think I've had a base that's been kind of self-sustaining with this many dupes before. It just got too laggy. Who should we take? Early bird narcoleptic? Sure. I realized when I was editing my last video that there was a break in this oxygen pipe, so we weren't fully saturating the base with oxygen. I fixed that off camera. I think this might be new too. I added this little tiny mini pump here for the CO2. So we're sending, CO2 was tending to build up right here. So I set up a mini pump to send that CO2 into the grow room. Grow rooms. Some goes here, some goes here. That keeps the grow rooms pressurized with CO2. And I like doing CO2 in the grow room because it keeps everything sterile, so all this food stays. You can see it's if we click on meal ice, unrefrigerated but sterile atmosphere, so it stays fresh forever. If you use oxygen in your grow rooms, then that food will decay over time. Well, they can't reach this piece either, so let's put a little ladder in there. I'll come back once they've finished this bit, and then we'll hook it up. So we've got a lot of suffocation happening right in this area when they go to come out of the grow rooms. I'm thinking of putting one more electrolyzer in here. The issue might actually be CO2 removal though. And we got another low immunity. I think Turner. I think Turner's going to recover though. Now I used to have a CO2 scrubber right here. I mean, all that CO2 should be going down all the way down here. Yeah. 1800. 1800 there. Could put a scrubber down here. That would make sense. Or right here. That way we could grab the clean water and dump it right back in here. And it's nice and cold there, so maybe I'll do that. Okay. Carbon skimmer. Gold. Priority 9. They can get there, right? Yep. I'm surprised I haven't ran out of fresh water yet, because I'm using it pretty heavily with a lot of electrolyzers. I've got 2 geysers tapped, but it seems to be enough. Okay, let's plumb this in. Abyss light for sure. Go in here and out here. I'll put it in the air just so that in case this level comes up too high. And power, we need power. What's the power usage here? Quite a bit. Space heater. Oh, it's plenty warm in here. Let's disable that. Suffocating, suffocating. See, they're not. They are suffocating, but they can get to the oxygen. Whatever. Okay, let's hook up that power. No one's died yet, even though I get suffocation warnings like crazy. No one has actually died. Now, if I was going to redesign this base from scratch, what I would probably do is have a column of grow rooms all along here to the right of the mess hall. That way they wouldn't have to run very far to get their food. But right now they gotta run quite a... Well, they take the tube most of the time, but... they wouldn't have to run very far. I'm thinking of extending the tube network so they can get around faster. Still only have the one access point, but because it's a power hog. But maybe have a tube that goes up all the way up here. What I should really do is kind of watch their running pattern, see where they go a lot, and build a tube to wherever that is. Suffocating. Snails? Nope, you're fine. Now, I'd love to hear in a comment if you know whether hatches actually eat food, meal lice. I think they might. I keep seeing them eat stuff right here. Resource eaten. I think they are eating our food. That's not very good. Maybe we should get them out of there. That's not really a good place for them. So let's deconstruct that. Actually, is that a good... Yeah, I'll do that one. So we can get a trap in there. Plants have died. It's okay. Okay, food. There we go. Get those hatches out of there. It was fine when this used to be the fertilizer room, because they would eat all the fertilizer, which was good. Now we don't want that. Oh, there's another thing I did off camera, which was way up here. Way up here. At the very top, I put this... oh, it's already all cleared out. So this had a lot of hydrogen building up. So this little system just kind of gets rid of it. It's not, I'm not using the power for anything. It's kind of a waste, but suffocation, suffocation. That could get annoying. This reminds me of the old days when I had huge bases. I'd have to slow it down or people would just instantly die. Not because they didn't have oxygen, but just because the game couldn't keep up. Oh, I think I'm going to need more toilets soon as well. I'm going to have to rearrange this bathroom, I think. And maybe take these mess tables out and make this a really big bathroom. In fact, I should probably get on that because... yeah, let's take that out, those out. Or massage tables in the way. Where should I relocate that massage table? I'll just use this one instead. So we'll disassemble this, enable this. Got new duplicants. Let's do it. Let's push for 100. Okay, diver's lungs, quick learner. Yes. And let's extend these mess halls up here. So we're gonna disassemble that tiny mess hall I had. That's kind of in the wrong place. And a door. And for now, just like that, I guess. Later on, I'll probably remove all this and keep the grow room going up. Or not the grow room, the mess hall. So that's all being made, and then let's clear that out. Unreachable bed. You lie, Frankie. Okay, so how big can this bathroom be? 64, I think. can't actually be much bigger than this. I think I have to do some math here. Is this 4 high? Yeah, 4 high. 16 wide. Oh, we can only go to here. That gives us a little bit more room. How's the decor in there? Pretty good. So we'll put it, maybe a sink here. Yeah, let's put a sink right at the edge. Oh yeah, did they get this hooked up? Yeah, so at least we're scrubbing the CO2 now. Should get a bit nicer in here for them. Suffocating, suffocating. Is he just standing there? There he goes. See, what happens is, like, there's this big queue of events, and they have to get through all the dupes for each, like, time tick. So, the more dupes you have, the computer can't keep up. Okay, we got a sink here. Let's hook that up. I want that to be right in and out. I'll probably move this sink over here, put in one more lavatory. Now is that still a bathroom? Yes. And we could put a second set of bathrooms over here. Kind of next to each other. Once that's built, we can take this one out. And how did my pipe end up going? Is it all built? I think it is. Yes, so we can hook that up now. Let's do that priority 9. Oh, it just automatically connected. Okay, that's nice. And let's disconnect this one. There we go. So all our waste is going left now. Sink to the right. We can deconstruct this one. And stick one more lavatory. Ah, they're all sleeping. It's still cold here. I might want to put a space heater right here with some regulation. Okay, that sink is gone. Let's put in a lavatory. Should all be lined up with proper piping. This is oxygen not included, the plumbing edition. Well, oxygen's getting a little bit thin in here. Maybe we're getting closer to those limits. Oh, this should be airflow actually. And really, I should have built my hydrogen clearing thing on the left. We don't actually have much airflow here. People who are OCD probably lose their mind with the way I do my airflow tiles. They're just kind of random. Okay. Yeah, I might end up moving this over to the left. Let's take a look. Zoom out. People often ask, how do you zoom out like this? It's Alt-S. You enter screenshot mode, and then once you're zoomed out, you can do Alt-S again to get your text back. That way you can look at things at a much higher level. Okay. This looks cool in here, this pattern. Oh, I gotta seal this back up actually. I might try to like straighten some of these lines too. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. Plumbing. Got a little bit of cleanup to do. Not too bad though. And Hassan the sick is no longer sick. He's almost fully better. But this episode's getting a bit long, so I like to try to keep them 20-25 minutes. And we're at 70 dupes, which is kind of a good milestone. And next episode we'll try to push for 80. See how things go. At some point I'm going to hit a limit on my fresh water. But that's not really a limit, because what I can do is use the natural gas to generate power to get polluted water to then filter with sand. And we got lots of sand. Eventually we'll run out of sand, but we can turn this 360 tons of igneous rock into sand, the sedimentary rock into sand, and we can dig out like crazy amounts. We can even go back to algae a little bit if we want for some more oxygen production. But my geysers so far are keeping up. If I see this level go below the pump, then I'm in trouble. But so far so good. So I hope you enjoyed that episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.